Alright guys, welcome back. As you can tell, we're back out in the stand. I'm sitting over this hayfield right now in a ladder stand. I can't even remember the last time I had it over a ladder stand. But nonetheless, it's not too far off the road, but this is a really good spot. I'm out here with my buddy Draven, and he hunted out here the other day, and I think he said he lost track of how many deer he saw. And when he was walking to his stand, he saw a doe out in this hayfield in front of me. So she was just out of where I could see. But it's a really windy night. Once it starts to, the sun starts to go down, I feel like the wind's gonna die down a little bit. But we'll see. Nonetheless, I think it'll be a good afternoon to be in the woods, just because how cool it is right now compared to what it has been. So we'll see. I'm feeling good. I'll keep you guys posted. Just stood up and looked behind me, and there's a doe like probably 40 yards behind me, if that, directly downwind, but she hasn't blown and she hasn't looked too worried yet, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully she comes out here in front of me, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. So those two deer were officially the first two deer that I've seen out of the tree stand this year. I was having trouble finding him in the camera, but I just had two does like 20 yards behind me. But they didn't like something and they turned around and went the other way. It's tough. They'll probably come back out though. They're probably those two that I saw this morning. Those two that I saw at the beginning of the sit. We'll see. My luck, a button buck would come out. Freaking stood broadside like 8 times. Oh well. I could freaking smack the crap out of that deer right now if I wanted to. I've looked like 3 times through the binos. I'm just like, man, it's a button buck. I'm just hoping those little nubs would disappear. Oh well, doe will come out. Okay, so it's been like 20 minutes since that button buck left the hayfield. Hearing twigs popping over my shoulder, so I need to be ready, but nonetheless, it's been like 20-25 minutes since that buck went into the button buck, I should say, went into the woods here. But yeah, Draven did text me, and unfortunately he had a doe jump the string and duck his arrow. So that freaking stinks. He said she's at 30 yards, but it's still pretty early. I mean, legal shooting light doesn't end until like 7:40, so we have time. I think you'll get another crack at one, but we'll see. Hopefully I have a doe that does that same thing that button buck did. But I'm feeling good. Well, got a fawn right here. It literally still has its spots on it. Man, this stinks. I love seeing deer, don't get me wrong. But it's like all these deer that I'm seeing are ones that I'm not gonna shoot. Doe will come by, a doe or buck will come by at some point, I'm sure. We'll see. So, I just saw a pretty decent buck out in the field. He's probably either he's either a 9 or a 10. He's probably like 120, 130 yards away from me. But yeah, he's a pretty nice one. He's probably one I would shoot. But then there's another buck behind me, probably like, I don't know, probably 30 yards, but I couldn't really tell what he was. And there's a doe right here across the road. It's about to come over, but we'll see. So 3 does just worked out into the hayfield up here, kind of close to where that buck was. And then here comes another doe across the road. There's 2 more does. Dude, there's deer everywhere. This is awesome. Meh. Meh. I just felt my buck tag. Whew. That's exciting. Dude, he came out right here. Holy crap. He's a nice looking deer. I need to call Amanda. This doe knows something's up. Doesn't even know what she's blowing at. My lighted knock is right there. That's why they came over here. Alright guys, so we were able to get the buck back over here at my house last night. Thankfully it was cool enough that we could just hang him up and let him hang overnight. We didn't have to rush and try and get the meat butchered or anything. It was nice and cold. But man, I'll tell you what, I'm just so happy that I was able to fill my tag early and harvest this buck. I mean, he is just a beautiful deer, and I'm more than happy with them. And I mean, the Hoyt did its job, obviously. I shot him with a Grim Reaper broadhead, and it did a pretty good job. It left a pretty good blood trail. He didn't go more than 100 yards where we ended up finding him. But nonetheless, I mean, he's a beautiful deer. He's got super long G2s, and I'm just more than happy with this deer. And I cannot thank Draven enough for taking me out and letting me hunt on his property and letting me shoot this deer. But man, he's just an absolute beautiful deer. Thankfully, shooting this deer early like I did, that gives me a lot more time for the rest of the year. So I'll definitely try to smack a couple does here in Indiana, but I think I'm gonna be getting an Ohio license and going and doing some hunting over there as well. So hopefully we can shoot another big buck here in a couple weeks in Ohio and double up and get another nice buck. That would just be awesome. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. But nonetheless, we're gonna get him hung back up and start getting him butchered up. But if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me out. And make sure to check out some of my past videos if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.